Happening now, a push to look at impeaching Governor Andrew Cuomo is underway. Plus, how winter weather elsewhere is impacting Jamestown's gas prices.
Well, we have a few snow showers out there early this afternoon, a little bit more tomorrow, then the sun comes out for Sunday. We'll talk about it all next. The news at noon starts right now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now as we round out another week. I'm Justin Gould. An effort to create an impeachment commission that would investigate Governor Andrew Cuomo's handling of COVID-19 in nursing homes is now underway. Yesterday, Republicans in the state assembly proposed a resolution establishing a commission that would probe the governor's handling of nursing homes and efforts to conceal data surrounding fatalities of residents throughout the pandemic. The commission would have 60 days to investigate, with the group releasing their findings to lawmakers. State Republican Party Chairman Nick Langworthy says this is not the first time Cuomo has attempted to cover up his mistakes.
There isn't a person in New York State politics or government who doesn't think that Joe Percoco fell on the sword to protect the boss. Now today, his new top aide, Melissa DeRosa, is facing the same exact dilemma. And once again, investigators need to follow the money. His deadly order forced COVID-positive patients, that order of March 25th, COVID-positive patients out of hospitals and into nursing homes with our most vulnerable New Yorkers. These were hospitals who had a direct line to the governor. Hospitals and hospital bosses who paid handsomely for that access, donating over $1 million to Andrew Cuomo's campaign account in the last year alone.
Only Governor William Sulzer in 1913 had been impeached and removed from office in the state's history. Well, the winter blast that has crippled swaths of the U.S. is having a big impact on coronavirus vaccinations from coast to coast and here in New York. As Reed Binion reports, the storms are impacting the delivery of vaccines. The resulting shortages has prompted some vaccination sites to shut down.
With many parts of the country still reeling from the impact of severe winter weather, the nation is also facing a major setback in the coronavirus vaccine rollout, delays caused by the brutal storms.
We have accumulating backlog of vaccines that need to be boxed and shipped.
Dr. Anthony Fauci says the U.S. will have to work double time to make up for weather-related vaccination delays. Other health officials are echoing that sentiment.
That's going to mean longer appointment hours. It's going to mean more shipping hours, and we're going to ask everybody to do their part.
That push is critical in taking on variants of the virus that could fuel another surge.
And the continued spread of variants that are more transmissible could jeopardize the progress we have made in the last month.
Dr. Fauci says the vaccine is one of two important tools at this stage. The other, adhering to public health guidelines we're all familiar with.
The wearing of masks universally, physical distancing, avoiding congregate settings, washing of the hands.
This all comes amid new information on the danger of the virus. One small study from Washington state showing that pregnant women last spring appeared to be at a 70% higher risk for infection, and the CDC revealing that the virus was a significant factor in U.S. life expectancy, dropping a full year in the first half of 2020. It dropped even more for Black and Hispanic Americans. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Reed, thank you. Yesterday, a vaccine clinic in Cattaraugus County was postponed due to the delivery delays. And however, only slightly, the number of people recovering from COVID-19 in Chautauqua County continued to outpace new cases today. The county health department's COVID-19 dashboard reported 29 new recoveries, 23 new cases, and a new death. There remain 9 people hospitalized countywide, with 179 cases active. The 7-day average percent positivity rate slightly increased to 2.2%. To date, there have been 7,300 total cases recorded, with 7,000 of those recovering and 136 related deaths. Well, that winter storm in Texas is blamed for rising gas prices here in the Jamestown area. That according to AAA, who says the circumstance is very similar to a Gulf Coast hurricane's impact. New York State's average price at the pump has gone up 5 cents since Monday and is now $2.65 a gallon. In Jamestown, the average price for a gallon of petrol is $2.67, that up 14 cents from February 1st. Motorists concerned about potential price gouging are encouraged to contact the state attorney general. Well, a notable snatch and grab of an escaped slave in Chautauqua County is on display at the Fenton History Center here in Jamestown, part of an exhibit during Black History Month. I spoke to the center's executive director, Noah Goodling, who says the county has a strong history of supporting the Underground Railroad. However, that was not always the case. The punishment for helping escaped slaves in the 1850s was hefty, with a $1,000 fine and time behind bars. At first, Goodling says the Jamestown area was not welcoming to those on the run, but that view quickly changed following a notable abduction in the town of Bust-I.
There was an escaped slave named Harrison Williams who had been living in Chautauqua County at that point for about 9 months. He'd been working as a farmhand. He'd established a good reputation here. He was well liked, well respected, and 2 wagons pulled up to the farm that he was working on, and 3 men dressed as women jumped out, grabbed him, bound him in chains, threw him into the wagon, and sped away with him.
The snatch and grab, Goodling says, ignited extreme outrage throughout the community.
People started a riot, basically. If they hadn't gone directly to Buffalo and then immediately sailed out, odds are that the slave catchers would have been jumped, essentially, that Harrison would have been taken back.
The man was returned to his owner in Virginia. However, the story didn't end there. 12 years later, James Broadhead of Bust-I reported meeting Williams in a Union Army camp in the Confederate state.
He'd found his way into the Union Army, fought for his freedom. We're not sure what happened to him after the war, but he found his way to freedom again, and he fought for his right to exist as a free man.
The exhibit also features the area's first black resident, Catherine Harris, who housed escaped slaves inside her Jamestown home. In the end, Goodling hopes visitors walk away with a sense of hope and activism.
People that helped on the Underground Railroad, they were all putting themselves at great personal risk. They could have been ruined for helping people out, for being empathetic at a time when the law told them not to be. But they believed so strongly that it was the right thing to do that they got invested and they went for it, and they made sure that they stuck to their values no matter what the law told them.
Now, the artifacts are part of a greater collection of historic pieces on display at the home of former U.S. Congressman and the 22nd Governor of New York, Reuben Fenton. Residents can learn more about the area's connection to the Underground Railroad by visiting the center Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Certainly interesting story to tell. Thanks for joining us for WNY News Now as we get a check of some notable stories from around the area, even dating back as far as the 1800s. And I imagine if something like that were to happen today, there probably could be definitely a riot, as Goodling mentioned. It's so interesting to talk about it and talk about how perspectives has changed from something like that. And Dakota, one of the big things that I think I took away from that story is they didn't think of Williams as a slave. They thought of him as a resident because they got to know him so well.
Yeah, and it's like, I mentioned it during the package to the staff here in the studio. You said that he was returned to his owner.
Right. Crazy.
I mean, it is unbelievable to think that those were the times back in the 1800s, that a human being was somebody's property.
Right.
I mean, it's unbelievable to think that those were the times back then.
Right. But certainly in the end, though, he did find his freedom and even joined the Union Army to fight for it. So we'll have much more on WNYNewsNow.com about that story and the exhibit. Of course, if you have a chance, head over to Fenton. They have a lot of COVID precautions in place. So great thing to check out. Now, nevertheless, good to see Crystal. Great to see June, Janet, Lisa, and Mariah as well. Hopefully you're all having a great day. Well, now let's turn it over to Dakota with a first look at our weather.
Well, as you can see, we have a few snowflakes falling across the region right now. It's dry and airy right now with temperatures up in the lower 20s right now. And yeah, there's the snow that's actually coming across the region. This actually has a connection to lake effect. It's not really Lake Erie lake effect. It's upper lake effect from Lake Huron. The lakes are hooked up in tandem and generating some lake effect snow along with that northwest wind flow aloft. So that's helping to bring in some of that snow, and that's going to continue through tonight and especially through tomorrow. 25 was the high yesterday. We started the day only at 21. 63 and 23 below zero are the record highs and lows. So through the afternoon, a lot of clouds, scattered snow showers, little accumulation, if anything, around an inch. A cold day, 23 to 31 with a southwest wind. Snow continues tomorrow. Some of that lake effect. I think you're really going to love Sunday, and I know you're really going to love the temperatures into next week. We'll talk about it with that 42 degrees and sunny 7-day later in the show. Justin?
All right, Dakota, thank you. Well, new accusations against New York Governor Andrew Cuomo are rising to the forefront amid this growing controversy over his handling of the coronavirus pandemic. As Brian Todd reports, the latest political battle has gotten intensely personal, with many now accusing the governor of using intimidation tactics.
That's classic Andrew Cuomo. A lot of people in New York State have received those phone calls. The bullying is nothing new. The threats, the belittling, the demand that someone change their statement right that moment, many, many times. I've heard that, and I know a lot of other people in this state have heard that.
The comments to MSNBC by New York Mayor Bill de Blasio, who's had a long-standing contentious relationship with Governor Cuomo, refer to a call Cuomo made recently to New York State Assemblyman Ron Kim. Kim, who's criticized Cuomo over a controversy involving nursing home deaths from COVID, says Cuomo threatened to destroy his career.
Berating, yelling, and threatening that I have to issue a statement that invalidated what I heard. He asked me to lie to cover up for his staff, and this was done in front of my family. He called me. My wife was right next to me. I was right about to bathe my kids, and it really just put my family and my wife into shock and trauma.
Cuomo and his aides say Kim's accusations stem from their history.
I've had my office, more than me, has had a long and hostile relationship with Assemblyman Ron Kim.
This New York-style political brawl stems from backlash Cuomo is getting over his handling of the pandemic. A law enforcement official tells CNN the U.S. Attorney's Office in Brooklyn and the FBI are looking at the handling of data surrounding COVID-19 deaths in long-term care facilities in New York. This comes after a top aide to Governor Cuomo admitted to state lawmakers that his administration delayed the release of that nursing home information because they were concerned the Trump administration would turn it into a political football. It's not clear whether federal investigators are looking at Cuomo himself. Cuomo's office says it is cooperating with the Justice Department, and Cuomo addressed the crisis this week.
These decisions are not political decisions. They're all made on the best information the medical professionals have at the time.
A far cry from those dark, early days of America's battle with coronavirus, when Cuomo was looked on as a true national leader.
You guys need a hand?
Brian, thank you. Meanwhile, Congressman Tom Reed says he's encouraged with the recent launch of an investigation into the governor's handling of COVID-19 in nursing homes. In a call with reporters yesterday, he said the investigation is key to pursuing justice for those who died of COVID-19 following the order. Reed explains that the Ways and Means Committee, of which he's part of in Washington, has federal jurisdiction over the entities that oversee nursing home operations.
I am very pleased to see that the U.S. Attorney's Office as well as the FBI are investigating Governor Cuomo and his office in regards to the cover-up that has occurred in regards to the nursing home scandal where 15,000 of our residents of New York were killed as a result of the COVID-19 order back in March. That is a good step in the right direction to demand justice for these 15,000 souls.
The congressman says he'll be asking the committee chairman to make sure he gets the complete truth regarding the data. Next here, a lot more to tell you about. Popular Park is going to be getting a new play space expansion soon. The details there. And later, here are Jamestown's families' journey around the nation amid their push to spend time with what matters most. Stay with us as WNY News Now rolls along on this Friday.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
Honest John's has what you're looking for. When you want it good, we're gonna give you lots more.
From freshly made subs to the best of pizza and wings, Honest John's has what you're looking for. And now 2 great locations, East 2nd Street and Fairmount Avenue. Order takeout or delivery today online at honestjohns.pizza.
You're gonna get it good at Honest John's.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
And welcome back to WNY News Now. Improvements to a popular park in Randolph will soon be made reality thanks to a regional grant. The Randolph Area Community Development Corporation has won a Build It with Kaboom Play Space grant from the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation, part of the Build to Play initiative. The build will transform aging, neglected tennis courts at Wheaton Park into archaeological sites where kids can pretend to be archaeologists searching for fossils. The theme is tied to Randolph's history, where mammoth bones were discovered in 1934. Now, additionally, Kaboom will work with the Chautauqua Institution to build an adventure course and mud run on their grounds. The course will include tire climbing, agility work, ladder walls, and other obstacles that will be designed by Chautauqua residents for kids and their families. Now, this is not the first time the Built to Play initiative, with funding from the Ralph Wilson Foundation, has made a positive impact on our area. In both 2018 and 2019, the group helped build playgrounds at Jamestown and Chattacoin Park and on the Jamestown Riverwalk. Certainly pretty cool. Well, a new effort to help revitalize the arts and bring life back into New York State kicks off tomorrow. More than 300 new pop-up arts events will happen in the next 100 days leading up to Labor Day. From theater to dance, from poetry to comedy, from pop music to opera, the performing arts will be brought to New Yorkers' doorsteps. Performances start tomorrow in New York City, but over the next couple of months, the events will spread across the entire state. Saturday's performance will be at the Javits Center, and a special tribute to healthcare workers will also take place. Events are free, and if you didn't get a chance to see one in person, the performances will also be posted online. People can follow a new Twitter and Instagram account at NYPopsUp. Well, back here at home, a Jamestown family of performers have hit the road traveling the country with hopes of becoming a YouTube sensation. As WNY News Now's Claire Gauld explains, Angelo and Elsa Giuffre, owners of the Spire Theater, recently purchased a shuttle bus, which they converted to a home on wheels, giving their family an opportunity to travel amid the COVID-19 pandemic.
We knew that we weren't going to be able to do any of our businesses. We weren't going to be able to have any kind of, most of our businesses revolve around gatherings, large gatherings of people. We prepare food for large gatherings of people. We put on concerts and shows. We do classes. All the things that we do were suddenly, oh no, we can't do these.
Angelo and Elsa Giuffre knew they had to find a creative and unique way to keep their business going. The couple came up with the idea to start a YouTube channel and document themselves all while homeschooling their 3 children, traveling the country since early November in a 2005 Ford E350 shuttle bus that they turned into their own little home. According to Elsa, owning a bus had always been a lifetime dream of her husband.
For years now, I've been trying to convince Elsa to let me buy a bus.
He always has crazy ideas. He's like, Elsa, we need a bus. I'm like, why? No, we don't need a bus.
Elsa's mind was quickly changed when they saw the perfect bus in the lot and knew it was the right decision, providing a journey that brings their family closer together.
A silver lining to this we were able to really spend a lot more time with our kids. Our kids were home. The schools were shut down. We were able to spend a lot of really quality time with our kids.
The family visited 13 states in 1 month and said every time they crossed a border, it was like crossing a border into a new country.
Every state has its own culture that I wasn't aware of. I didn't realize how different every single state is, especially during this pandemic, how everyone reacts to the pandemic differently. It's like a whole new world.
The couple has been home since Christmas, since the kids wanted to be home for the holidays, and are making repairs to head out again soon.
Our ultimate destination is to find Bob Wells. He's a guru of van dwellers, and he lives in the desert Southwest. So we're going to head that way. But with all these cold fronts, and you can blame Dakota for this, that keep on coming, these winter storms that keep on coming right up on the path that we would take to get to the Southwest.
Claire Gall, WNY News Now.
Claire, thank you. The duo says the best way to support their endeavors is to subscribe to their channel on YouTube and join them virtually on the adventures ahead. Pretty awesome. Thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments down below. Dakota, I was kind of surprised they gave you a shout out during that.
But it's my fault.
Hopefully you can help clear the skies for their future adventures.
Just a second.
Yeah.
Bring some clear skies for them for traveling. Okay. All right. Your check is in the mail.
That's how it works, right? You just get on the phone and talk to them, to anybody.
Andrew's in the Weather Center today, and I mean, Andrew can attest to that. That's how we do it around here, right? Yeah, he's shaking his head, yes. That's how we do it, yep.
Yep, it's just, I wish it was that simple, really, because weather-wise, last night I was frigid, and I know things are warming up, but it's like, as long as we've lived here in Western New York, I still can't get over sometimes. It's just so cold out there.
Yeah, sometimes we call this place the frozen tundra, and it can be the frozen tundra when you have some snow coming down. These are the 24-hour snowfall totals. Little Valley at 3 inches, Gary 1.6, Randolph 1.5, Mayville also 1.5, Jamestown here at the airport 1 inch, and Silver Creek also at 1 inch. So just a little bit more snow, that fresh powder to freshen up the snowpacks. And talking about the snowfall, this is where we're at for seasonal snow right now. 49.8 inches is where we're at for the season. Obviously still way below average, almost 2 feet below average normal snowfall as we run right now. 25 at the Jamestown airport as a noon hour. West, healthy wind to 16, and the wind gust is up to 12. The wind gust is at 20, and the wind chill is down to 16. So that's what it feels like when you step outside. It's just going to be feeling like the upper teens today. Some light snow showers moving across the northern portion of the southern tier, basically from downtown, basically from the north, heading eastward. You've got some light snow showers. This is some light stuff, no big deal there. But this is all in association with the next winter storm that's tracking up along the east coast. Got some heavy snow across the east coast and even some wintry precipitation. But notice the wind arrows on here. Notice where the wind direction is coming from, and some lake effect snow coming off the upper Great Lakes. And speaking about the snow cover, much of the country is covered with snow. The current snow depth is 71.2%. That is across the continental 48. 71% of the continental 48 has at least 1 inch of measurable snow on the ground. It's unbelievable when you look at that. So yeah, lots of winter storms on the way there. So here's future scan through the day. Picks up on those light snow showers. Nothing heavy through the day. Will pick up, likely about an inch, maybe if not even that. But lake effect snow showers are going to get going tonight. Now this is not pure lake effect from Lake Erie. This actually has a connection to the upper Great Lakes. There's moisture coming in from the upper Great Lakes, mainly from Lake Huron in Ontario. We're going to see some scattered lake effect snow showers. We'll pick up a couple inches of snowfall tonight, maybe another 1 or 2 inches tomorrow, and then Sunday the clouds really clear out, and I think you're really going to enjoy Sunday. Temperatures up to the lower 30s with some plentiful sunshine. So here's the snowfall totals going all the way through Sunday morning. We're likely looking at about 1 to 3 inches. Maybe once you rise up into the highest hills, maybe upwards of 4 inches. You can see where that bullseye is, where the heaviest of the snow is going to fall in southern Erie County. But across the southern tier, we could see upwards of maybe 4 inches, mainly on the highest hills. So likely upper 20s will do it today. Light snow showers, a little accumulation, so don't write Mom. There's nothing to write home about today with this snow showers that's coming through today. Now the next 7 days of your life, brought to you by 42 Degrees and Sunny, are coming up right now. 21 tomorrow. We'll pick up an additional 1 to 2 inches with that upwind lake snow. 33 Sunday. Break out the shorts. It's going to feel like 50. Wintry precipitation 37 on Monday, 35 Tuesday. We could make a run at 40 come next Wednesday, and both Wednesday and Thursday should be mainly dry. We'll take a break and be right back. First Defense Weather is sponsored by 42 Degrees and Sunny, smokin' deals on smoking accessories. Learn more at 42degreesandsunny.com. That's 42degreesandsunny.com.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
And welcome back. In an effort to help animals find their forever home, we're partnering with the Chautauqua County Humane Society and my favorite segment called the Pet of the Week. Joining us live is Amanda Sublett to talk more about this week's featured furry friend. Hey, Amanda.
Hey, Justin. So this year's my friend Marley. She's about 2 years old, but she is on the small side. She'll be like 35, 40 pounds. You can see she's a cuddler. She loves to cuddle up here. She loves her belly rubs. Good girl. She actually came to us with her sister. Her sister has been adopted. Now we're just looking for the perfect home for her. So she is very shy. She's nervous meeting new people for the first time. She does much better with women than with men. So we're looking for somebody where she can have like a primary female caregiver. It's not to say she couldn't live with a man, but she needs time to get adjusted to them and kind of get to know them, earn that trust. And we don't want to send her home somewhere that she's going to be scared right away. So no littles, you know, it's more of a fear thing. She's just not going to handle them well. So we want to make sure she's set up for success in her new home as well. But she's going to be a loving girl. The key with her is she does gain her confidence when she is with other dogs. And we do want somebody to already have another dog in the home so that they can be best friends as well. She'll actually become like a completely different dog with her personality because she's so much more confident then. She is a very energetic girl as well. So we want lots of exercise.
Yeah, she certainly looks like it's the best of both worlds there. You have a cuddle buddy to keep you warm. And then especially when springtime hits, someone to get you out and hit the streets for some much needed walks. I know you mentioned that she's good with other dogs and maybe looking for a home that has another dog to kind of help inspire her confidence. But have you had any interactions with cats if someone did have a cat but was looking to get a dog too?
She's not going to be one of those cat-friendly dogs. She's going to chase them a little too much.
Well, certainly, I think all dogs probably somewhere in there feel that. So
Right.
Definitely an important note, nevertheless. So again, Marley available for adoption right now at the Chautauqua County Humane Society. And again, if you log on to chqhumane.org, you can check out more information about her. And obviously schedule a time to come and see her by filling out that application process. Now, I know, Amanda, we talk about this quite a bit, but filling out the application doesn't necessarily mean a commitment, just the process to get started and meet up with her and see if she's the right fit.
Right. When someone fills out that application, we're going to call them and chat with them, give her all the information that they need to know about Marley and make sure that they're a good fit for each other.
Absolutely. So Marley and Amanda, thank you both for hopping on today. And again, chqhumane.org is the place to go. Well, that's going to do it for us today. Of course, news 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app. Download it today in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Dakota and I are back on Monday. Hope to see you then.